Welcome again, people, to another edition of the Coach's Desk with host Coach Minzy, where you get your sporting experience. All right, people, we'll be talking about the JFF again today. Yes, people, because it is really mind boggling how the PFJ would have gotten so many sponsors on board and the Jamaica Football Federation, the JFF team or hierarchy isn't able to at least get one sponsor for the team. It is quite interesting. But I was having a conversation before we get into that conversation, people, that I was having. Let's take the intro.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, people, welcome back because I'll be telling you about the conversation that I would have heard persons talking about this whole issue with the JFF. And I don't want anybody to get me wrong when I make this comment. Listen to the conversation, and persons would have been saying that in order to be a leader of an organization, you would have had to have some sort of business mind, business approach. You'd have to have certain links, certain decor as well, how you present yourself, your presentation, how you dress, how you look, the network that you could have built being a business person. And they were saying that Captain Burrell would have been successful as a businessman the way he carried himself, and he would have built relationships throughout his business. And even though he possibly would not have been the most liked person because of his charisma as a businessman, he would have had a lot of contacts that would have assisted him in getting sponsors for the team. Now, what the persons were saying is that when you take a look at the JFF president now, Michael Ricketts, it is said that he would not fall in that category. He would have been somebody who is charismatic, someone who is able to go and approach these sort of business people in order to get sponsors. So they are saying possible that is the issue why the Reggae Boys would not have been sponsored to date. And I've also heard many persons making suggestions that these persons who are running the federation, they need to actually think outside the box in order to get some monies running. I don't know the constitution of what the Reggae Boys they are doing in terms of what their constitution is, how they operate and all of that. But persons would have said that merchandising would have been a good thing. They should allow some younger heads to monitor or manage their social media platforms, because it's the age where there is a lot of benefits in using these social media entities. And to date, you check some of these social media sites of the Reggae Boys, they are like dormant, like a volcano. You understand? So there's no urgency persons are basically saying in terms of how these individuals operate. You understand? And in terms of marketing, the team isn't being marketed the way that it should be. And it's kind of mind-boggling, people. A league that has not started, even though they would have gotten the green light now to actually start training, and that is just training, and that training would also be monitored. So if things doesn't go the way that it ought to go, then of course the government can pull the lid or pull the plug. You understand? When you look at it, in recent times, the Professional Football Jamaica, PFJ, they would have secured an additional 2 sponsors who would have been category sponsors for the upcoming season, the Jamaica Premier League, which is powered by Digicel. And you wonder, what are these people doing differently from the federation? The club sponsors are Chemtech Development and Construction and Conserve It Limited. Now, these 2 entities were both announced at a recent press signing at the Jamaica Pegasus. Now, also back on board is former title sponsor Red Stripe, who joined the fold as a category sponsor as well. Red Stripe remains the official beer of the Jamaica Premier League. Imagine a league that has not been started as yet would have garnered 2 additional sponsors. And the Reggae Boys have a formidable team. One of the team that would have possibly have the most talented players of the generations gone and to come. We don't know the caliber ballers that will come after. But this would have been one of the best set of players would have had, or have assembled, if things go the way that it should go, to go on the field to make it to the World Cup. Very talented team. Very talented team. But yet still, this team is not being marketed. Now, when you look at it, people, the PFJ would have had already 11 sponsors. You understand? 11 sponsors they would have already had, and they got 2 more to come on board, which in total is 13 sponsors for a league that has not started as yet. So these persons are working. They are doing the necessary to ensure that when the league starts, there's no issue. Talking about working behind the scenes. Talking about working. Now, these persons that would have joined, you would have already have Digicel, Sportsmax, Yummy Bakery, JMMB, Jamaica Producers, Indies Pharma, Water, Shoe Shake, Burger King, and last but not least, Mount Pleasant Academy. People, are you telling me that the hierarchy of the Jamaica Football Federation isn't able to engage any of these companies in a meeting, present a proposal. This is what we're about to do. This is what we are going to achieve. They can't do that to get a sponsor for the Reggae Boys. Oh my God. It is sad. And like I have always said, if they don't have the personnel to do it, get help. This needs to sort out quick and fast, as they would say. It can't be happening for too long. And then there's this big impasse that is taking place at the moment. We can't afford this, we can't afford that. But, let me not say what I was about to say. Let me not say. Because when you look at it, you know, people, money is oh boy. Money can be found to do other things. But we can't engage, or they can't engage any of these companies. A Digicel with a big player like Leon Bailey, huh? JFF, a Red Stripe with a big player like Leon Bailey, a Puma that has taken over track and field like Storm in Jamaica. You can't engage a Puma with so many contacts. Oh my God. This needs to be sorted out speedily. And again, I know people from the JFF, even if you are not watching directly, you are getting information on what is happening on YouTube with these Jamaican bloggers. So you know what is happening. Pull up your socks. We don't want, when the team qualifies for World Cup, you big up your chest. Yes, you're playing your part, you know. But did you go all out? Well, we don't know because we're not knowing what is happening. But I mean, on the look of things, we have to assume that nothing is happening because you can't get a sponsor. You understand? It needs to be sorted out, JFF. We need a sponsor for the Reggae Boys. Sort it out. Sort it out. Sort it out. People, what say you on this matter? 13 sponsors for a league that has not started. But the big bad Reggae Boys rank in the top 50. That has not happened for a long period of time. And they can't find a sponsor. What say you people? Share your views. State your claim. Tell us of things that they can do or could do to attract sponsors. Thanks again for tuning in to the Coach's Desk, my people. Stay safe. Protect yourselves. Until next time, I'm out.